So my last vlog video where I did a voiceover actually went over so well with you guys. It was a different style for me. And some of you were like, wow, Courtney, you're so calm. And you know what? I feel like I'm such a true Gemini. Like the one side of my twin is insane and chaotic. And then the other side, like I can actually have some calm moments. So we're going to channel those calm moments today. And you know what? I have a lot of random thoughts to share. Like this is going to be like a roller coaster event. Sometimes it's so funny, like I can't even handle technology. If you see that very first clip, you may think, wow, that was kind of slow. Yeah, I did so many videos in slow motion. I was wondering why the little red recording dot looked different. There was a bunch of white little things around it. Anyways, so yeah, we did some slow-mo. But anyway, so let's go on this journey together. Why did we come to Rodger's garden today? Well, I watched Nisha talk about her new greenhouse she was getting. And I'm like, that is super cute. I want one, but I don't want to grow things in it. I have a black thumb. I want it as an office. And then I'm like, I wonder if that's a bad idea because they're made to like be warm. So I'm like, maybe I would just roast, but they're so cute, like aesthetically pleasing. But then I went down the rabbit hole of redoing a shed and making a little sort of she shed office sort of deal. And then my mind wandered and went to, flowers, greenhouses, nurseries. I'm like, let's go to Rodger's garden. I've only been there once. It's kind of a well-known nursery here in Newport Beach. I went there once before, and it was when I was working on this one boat. They were in the middle of a refit when I got hired onto it. So it was changing from the name Shogun to Talos. So it went from, having a very Japanese inspired decor to just simple and modern. And I went with the interior designer to Rodger's garden to pick out something. I don't even remember why we were there, but that's why we were there, to get something for the boat. And that was the only time I'd been there, but it was just so pretty. So I'm like, oh, let's go take the kids. They have a new restaurant there. Let's go check it out. Yeah. I knew the restaurant wouldn't be in our budget, but it looked beautiful. So after we toured the nursery, we went down to the beach. And after I'm thinking about, okay, the greenhouse or the shed, let's get my backyard dialed in. And then I'm like, do we even want to live here anymore? From one extreme to the other. Of course, I mean, look how beautiful it is. I love living here, but it's so freaking expensive. Like, it's absolutely astronomical. You cannot even get a shack here for $1 million, and I'm not even kidding. So then my mind started wandering, maybe we should move, and where would we go? So I actually posted in my Instagram stories, like, tell me where you live if you love it. And so, like, the places we would be considering, I have friends in Idaho in the Star and Eagle location, and they love it. I have friends in Nashville that love it, and these are all people that have moved from California, people we knew here. And where else? The Carolinas were mentioned, specifically the coast or even Raleigh. And what else? I feel like there was one more. A lot of people suggested Florida, and it was interesting that all the places that were recommended were on the West Coast. And I've spent a lot of time on the East Coast, but I've never seen the West Coast. So that is where my mind is at these days. Do we move? Do we stay? Honestly, this is the longest I've stayed in one spot. When I turned 18, I was out of here. I traveled. I worked on yachts. I lived in the Caribbean for a while before I was on yachts. I lived in Portland. Like, I've been all over the place. So since coming back here and getting married and have babies, like, this is the longest I've been in one spot. And I'm just getting a little antsy. So I don't know if we need to move, or maybe I just need to go on some more vacations and just like get a taste of other places. And, so I don't know. Let me know where you guys live. If you love it. I don't know what to do. Or do we just stay, I mean, it is so beautiful here. We are paying for the good weather. And you know what? I don't do well with bugs either. And I don't want to go anywhere that has a lot of snow. And, it's cold here. It's 57 degrees, you guys. I'm freezing. Okay, well, enough about that. So when we got home, I decided to make my life a little bit easier and make some breakfast meatballs. Except I didn't have like all the things, honestly. So in my book, I had breakfast meatballs, but we didn't have any sausage. So I used beef instead. And then I didn't have the right amount of all the other ingredients. So I just was winging it. I was just throwing things together. But you know what? I'm going to share a screenshot of the breakfast meatballs from my book because whatever I have going on here, like nothing to write home about. And I'm just trying to make my life a little bit easier in the mornings. Like I don't really want to be slaving away in the kitchen, but of course I want my kids to have nutritious and amazing food. So I'm like, let's meal prep some breakfast meatballs. But yeah, they weren't breakfast meatballs. So I guess that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, for listening, for hopefully chiming in with your thoughts, and I will see you guys next time.